Four quadrant operation of DC drives. Four quadrant operation of DC drives. Control of DC motors by using choppers. In this second unit, so we have to mainly concentrating on DC drives and the four quadrant operation of DC drive by using choppers. Okay, control of DC motors by using choppers. In this first, we have to considering an introduction to the four quadrant operation and motoring operations, electric braking, plugging, dynamic and regenerative braking operations. Okay, this is regarding to introduction of this chapter. So motoring operations and electric braking, plugging. That electric braking, these are the different types of braking operations: plugging, dynamic and regenerative braking operations. These are the different types of electrical braking operations. And so we have to discuss by comparing the mechanical braking. So we have to discuss electrical braking. By comparing the mechanical braking system, we have to discuss, we have to concentrating on electrical braking system and the mechanical system. So later four quadrant operation of DC motor by single phase and three phase dual converters. I think you are studied in power electronics, dual converters. Okay, single phase and three phase dual converters. And four quadrant operation of DC motors by using single phase and three phase dual converters. So already completed this concept regarding dual converter in power electronics. So we have to by using that concept, you have to control the DC motor by using a single phase and three phase dual converters. This drives power electronics drives, power semiconductor drives. So how to control the DC motor by using single phase and dual three phase dual converters. So we have to discuss that topic. And the closed loop operation of DC motor. Closed loop operation of DC motor and block diagram only. So according to our syllabus only, so we have to discuss only block diagram related concept. Okay, only block diagram concept only we have to discuss. Closed loop operation of DC motor, only block diagram. And then single quadrant, two quadrant and four quadrant chopper fed DC separately excited and the series motor. Same as first unit, same as first unit here. Two quadrant, single quadrant and two quadrant and four quadrant chopper fed separately excited and a series motor. Single quadrant, two quadrant and four quadrant separately excited DC motor and series motor. Okay, so we will discuss like this. These two concepts regarding to the single quadrant and two quadrant and four quadrant chopper fed DC separate excited DC motor and DC series motor. Okay. And next, for chopper, so we have to discuss continuous current operations. Okay, and output voltage and current waveforms. Output waveforms and current waveforms. Output voltage waveforms and current waveforms. Continuous current operation. We are not considering on discontinuous current mode operation. In first unit is only continuous operation mode. Same way here also only continuous current operation. Output voltage and current waveforms. And speed torque expressions and speed torque characteristics. Okay, and problems on chopper fed DC motors and closed loop operation, black diagram. Only black diagram, chopper fed. Okay. So this is called dual converters. For dual converters, black diagram, and chopper fed converters, black diagram. Only this is the concept you have to discuss according to our JNTU syllabus. Okay, this is the concept for second unit. Okay. So then coming to the types of brakings. So these are the two types of braking. There are two types of brakings. One is mechanical braking, and second one is called electrical braking. Mechanical braking and electrical braking. You know well mechanical brakings. So by comparing the by taking the mechanical braking, we have to discuss electrical braking. Okay. So in mechanical braking, this is the concept regarding to the mechanical braking. So I think it's very simple. In mechanical braking system, powers the hand brake or emergency brake. You know, by applying the mechanical braking, we have to stop the vehicle very fast. Okay, by applying the disc, by using, for example, disc brakes. By applying the disc brakes, the vehicle is the speed is reduces to very fast by applying the disc brakes. So nowadays, generally, so nowadays we are using the disc brakes to the vehicles, right? Okay. It is the type of braking system in which the brake force applied on the brake pedal, right, okay, is carried into the final brake drum or a disc rotor by various mechanical linkages like cylindrical rods and fulcrums and springs, etc. in order to stop the vehicle. These are the different type of uh, concept and so various mechanical linkages like cylindrical rods and fulcrums and springs. By using this, we have to stop the vehicle. Okay. Here, so mechanical brakes were used in several old automobile vehicles. So mechanical braking system was used in old automobiles. Nowadays, there is a very outdated system. So the mechanical braking system is less effective. Because very losses are more in mechanical braking system. So that's right. So hydraulic braking systems are considered. And hydraulic braking system is also there. So some use amount of losses. Okay, some disturbances, maintenance because of maintenance, because of frequency maintenance and the cost of the mechanical brake system is high. That's why so maximum for hydraulic braking system for for vehicles. So electric braking is also one of the major concept for in electric traction. Okay, electrical braking system. So this is one of the major concept used in electric traction. Okay, so to stop the vehicle, to stop the train, there are different types of electric vehicles are there. That is called plugging, regenerative braking, and dynamic braking. That are they called different types of electrical braking. So we will discuss electrical braking systems. So first, this is the concept regarding the mechanical braking system. So in this, there are two types of braking systems are there. A disc brake and drum brakes. Disc brake and drum brake systems. So in this disc brake, the disc brake is a mechanism for slowing or stopping the rotation of the wheel for its motion. You know. So what is the main concept of the braking system is to stop the vehicle. Okay, to stop the vehicle without any disturbance or without any disturbance. I mean, without any problem. So we have to stop the vehicle smoother way. Okay. So by using a disc brake system, this disc brake is a mechanism for slowing or stopping the rotation of the wheel from its motion. Okay. So a disc brake is normally made of cast iron. A disc brake is normally made of cast iron, but in some cases, it is also made of composites such as carbon, or ceramic matrix composites. So like this, the disc brakes are normally made. Okay, and then this is linked to the wheel and or the axle. Okay, to stop the wheel, friction material in the form of brake pads is forced against the both sides of the disc. So one is the main concept is called friction. If the friction is more, okay, then only it is possible to stop the vehicle as very fast. If the friction is less, so to stop the vehicle is very difficult. There is a friction and rotating pad that is called wheel to the and stopping device. Okay, then only it's brake pads between brake pads and the wheel. This braking system and the friction is more. Then only it's possible to stop the wheel very fast. Okay, the friction cause on the disc wheel will slow or stop. Okay, because of friction only. So this vehicle is reduce the speed is very fast. The friction is high. Okay, then vehicle will stop very fast. The friction is less, so it's very difficult to stop the vehicle. So that type of more friction can be done by using this system. Disc brake is normally made by using cast iron. Okay, but in some cases it is also made with composite of such as carbon or ceramic matrix composites. By using this, so we have to stop the vehicle. So we have to create the friction between the brake pads and wheel. So more friction material in the form of brake pads is forced against the both sides of the disc. This is called disc brake, and then coming to the drum brakes. A drum brake is a traditional brake in which the friction is caused by a set of shoes or pads that press against the rotating drum. Okay, so here a set of shoes or pads that press against the rotating drum shaped part called brake drum. Okay, so brake drum is nothing but a set of shoes or pads that press against a rotating drum. Shaped part is called brake drum. Okay, the term drum brake usually means of a brake in a which shoes press on the inner surface of the drum, where the drum is pinched between two shoes, similar to a standard disc brake. Okay, it is sometimes is called as a pinch drum brake. Understood? Although such brakes are relatively rare, so this is about this concept also related to the mechanical braking system, and then so some advantages of mechanical braking system and some these are the simple advantages, simple in construction and maintenance. Okay, advantage of mechanical braking system and less expensive compared to hydraulic braking system. Okay, they are a good emergency and parking brakes. Okay, and some these are the disadvantages of the mechanical brake system. Wear and tear happens of the brake surfaces. Okay, they are not effective than hydraulic brake system. It is heat dissipation is not an uniform. Okay, they are also less effective compared to the hydraulic. So these are the some disadvantages of the mechanical brake system, and then so we have to concentrating on electrical braking system. So electrical braking system. So this type of braking system generally used in electric traction to stop the locomotive, to stop the train. So generally this type of electric braking systems are used. Okay. So these are the different types of electric braking systems. These are the different types of electric braking systems. This so the braking can be divided into three. The braking can be divided into three methods, mainly which are applicable for almost every type of motors. Okay, the braking can be divided into three methods. That is called plugging type braking and the regenerative braking and the dynamic braking. Plugging type braking and the regenerative braking and dynamic braking. So the every applicable for almost every type of motors. So you know well what are the different types of motors. So DC motors, for example, DC series motor. Okay, separately excited DC motor and shunt motor, compound motors. Any type of motor, this type of brakings are applicable. Okay, every type of motors. That means series motor, separately excited motor, shunt motor, compound motor. So any type of motors, this type of brakings can be applied. Okay, so the plug-in type of braking and the regenerative type of braking and dynamic braking. So these are the three electrical braking systems. So first, so we have to concentrating on plugging type of braking. Okay, so what is meant by plugging? What is meant by what is the concept inside of this braking system? So let us discuss first. Okay, it's called a plugging type of braking. So it's plugging type of braking. It is also known as a reverse current braking. It is also known as a reverse current braking. In this method, terminals of supply are reversed. Terminals of the supply are reversed. You know well how to change the phase sequence, how to change the rotation of the rotor for AC machines by changing the phase sequence. In AC machines, that is called induction machine. So how to change the rotation of the rotor by changing the phase sequence? That means any two terminals or by changing any two terminals. Okay, in three terminals, R, Y, B phases, in three phases, by changing any two terminals, the phase sequence of the changes, phase sequence changes with the rotation of the rotor is also changed. Okay, by changing the any two by interchanging the any two terminals like here. So L2 and L3. here L2 and L3. By interchanging the any two terminals, here L2 to L3 and L3 to the L3. For example, here change it like this. Okay, the phase sequence is called R by B. If you are changing this any two terminals, the phase sequence is called R by Y. Okay, like this, the phase sequence is changes, then the rotation of the rotor is uh, changes. That means this by changing the phase sequence, the speed of the rotor is decreases. Okay, the speed of the so based on the phase sequence only. So based on the rotating magnetic field only, the rotor is rotating. You know, well, a lot of studied missions. Okay, so induction machine, the rotating magnetic field and synchronous machine is also on the rotating magnetic field. They are based on rotating magnetic field, based on direction of the rotating magnetic field, the rotor is rotating. If the rotor, if the direction of the rotating magnetic field is reverses, the rotor direction is also it's possible to change. Okay, so that means, so if for example, if the rotor is rotating at the time of starting, if the rotor is rotating in clockwise direction. Okay, at the time of starting, the rotor is that is if the phase sequence is R by B, the rotor is rotating in clockwise direction. After certain time, so what you have to do, we have to change it. If you want to stop the motor, what you have to do, you have to interchange the two terminals. If you want to stop the motor, so what you have to do, you have to change the any two terminals. Then phase sequence of the motor is changes. Phase sequence changes means that is called rotating magnetic field in stator winding is anti-clockwise direction. Then this what happened? The rotor is also trying to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. That's why the speed is reduces to 0 and then it will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so that is the concept. So during plugging, external resistance is also introduced into the circuit to limit the flowing current. During plugging, plugging is just interchanging the any two terminals. Okay, for this is for AC machines. Okay, for how for DC machines, how to interchange the change the rotation. Okay, by changing the polarities plus minus, it is possible to change the rotation of the DC motor. So no, it is not possible to change the rotation of the DC motors and DCV machines by changing polarities plus minus instead of connecting plus minus. Just by connecting the minus plus, it's not possible to change the rotation of the motor. By changing the armature terminals or field terminals, if armature or field terminals, which are armature or field, not both. Anyone that is called armature winding or field winding, current direction, if you interchange it, then only the speed of the DC motor can is possible to stop, reduces. Okay, otherwise it's very difficult to stop the motor. Okay, just so that is the concept regarding to the plugging type here. So this plugging method, the direction of the rotation of the electric motor is depend on several variables, that is called AC machines. Under AC machines, phase sequence of the stator winding is one of the variable. Phase sequence of the stator winding is one of the variable. For DC machine, polarities of the field are armature winding, armature voltage. Polarities of the field are armature voltage is of the one of the concept for DC machines. Okay, for AC machines, the shaft of the machine rotates in the same direction. For example, in AC machine, shaft of the machine rotates in the same direction as the magnetic field. Okay, shaft of the machine rotates in the same direction as the magnetic field. If the phase sequence of the stator winding is reversed, okay, that is called here. So your phase sequence is first R by B, then it is a phase sequence is reversed to R by Y. Then the air gap field also reverses its direction. Understood? The air gap field also reverses its direction by interchanging any two supply terminals. Understood? By interchanging any two supply terminals means the phase sequences changes to RYB to RBY. So like this. Any two terminals. The braking torque is produced so that the direction of rotation of the rotating magnetic field is reversed. Understood? So that the direction of rotating magnetic field is reversed with respect to the rotation of the motor. It's clear. The electromagnetic torque is developed, provides the braking actions and brings the motor to keep stop. So that is the concept behind of the plugging. Okay. So this is this figure here. This figure. So in each case, the machine is running as a motor. Here it has machine is running as a motor, and here is also machine is running as a motor. Okay. So here power flow is in this direction, and is also power flow in this direction. Okay. So it is called as a this first quadrant. This is called first quadrant, and this is called third quadrant. This first quadrant and third quadrant, the machine is the plugging method. Then generally you consider as a plugging method. It's operating under plugging method is operating under first and third quadrant. Here it is the machine is operating as a motor. Here also motor, but this is called forward direction. Okay, so it acting as a motor. This is a reverse direction. Reverse direction. Okay, the motor is rotating in reverse direction. Reverse direction. The motor is rotating in forward direction. Okay, this type of braking is also known as current braking or reverse current braking. This type of braking is also known as current braking or reverse current braking. Understood? So the plugging method is also known as current braking or reverse current braking system. Okay, for DC machines, the armature terminals are reversed while running. Okay, for DC machines, the armature terminals are reversed while running. The supply voltage VA and the induced EMF E act in the same direction. The armature current is reversed, thereby producing braking torque, and the field current is positive. The field current is positive. But understood? Yeah. For DC machines, the supply voltage VA and induced EMF E act in the same direction, but the armature current is reversed, thereby producing the braking torque. Okay, so this is about regarding the field plugging method. This plugging method main concept is that is operating under first and third quadrant operation. So here the direction of the torque, load torque in this direction, and the prime mover torque in this direction. The rotation of the rotor same as a prime mover torque. Rotor rotating in clockwise direction, and the prime mover torque, and that's called electromagnetic torque. Electromagnetic torque and motor rotation both are in the same direction, but in clockwise direction. That's called forward motoring applications. Okay, reverse. This is called reverse motoring application by changing the terminals. By changing the terminals means by changing the phase sequence, the rotation of the rotor is changing. That's why here there is called here in this mission, here in this region, it acting as a reverse motor. Okay, forward motoring operation and reverse motoring operations. So this is called first quadrant is called forward motoring operation, and the third quadrant is called reverse motoring operation. Okay, here phase sequence is R by B, and the phase sequence here RB1. By changing the phase sequence, the rotor rotation is changes. Here the rotor rotation is same as a electromagnetic torque. So electromagnetic torque in this direction, clockwise direction. That's why the rotor rotating in a clockwise direction. Here also same. So electromagnetic torque is anti-clockwise direction. The rotor rotation is anti-clockwise direction. So that means first and third quadrant operation. So motor only, but here reverse direction, but here clockwise direction. This is the plugging method. Okay. So then coming to the rheostatic braking. Rheostatic braking. So in this rheostatic braking, in this method of electric braking, motor is disconnected from the supply. Okay, motor is disconnected from the supply through its field. Field continues to energize in the same direction. Okay, there is no disturbance in the field. Field as it is, there is no disturbance in the field value. Okay, in this method of electric braking, motor is disconnected from the supply through its field continues to be energized in the same direction. So your field current is in this direction. Here also field current is same in this direction. Understood? Field current here same. Okay, there is no disturbance in field current. Field current as it is. But this method, the electric braking motor. So this motor is disconnected from the supply. So like this. This motor is disconnected from the supply. Like okay, these two terminals of this motor is disconnected. So only two armature winding, that's called armature winding is only disconnected from the supply. Okay, the motor starts working as a generator. The motor starts working as a generator, and it's all kinetic energy of the equipment to be breaker is converted into electrical energy, and is further dissipated in variable electrical resistance, external resistance, are connected across the motor during the braking period. So here, so by disconnecting the under, for example, regenerative braking, for example, the motor is acting as a generator. When means, for example, in electric traction, if the locomotive, that is called train, is going downwards direction, that means a slope. Okay, downward slope, and when it is moving on down slope, in that case, this is acting as a generator. Okay, it acting as a generator for that case. So to stop the, to reduce the speed of the that train, what you have to do? So disconnect the two terminals from the armature winding terminals. Disconnect the supply terminals, and then the armature winding is connected to the external resistor, that is called R. Okay, by connecting the external resistance R, so the speed of the motor is reduced. Correct. So external resistance R is connected across the motor during the braking period. This method has advantages over the plugging. This method is advantage over plugging because in this case no power is drawn from the supply during braking. Okay, this is one of the advantages of the rheostatic braking. Okay, this rheostatic braking, that there is no power is drawn from the supply. Okay, so this is called regenerative rheostatic braking. So next, so this method is also called as a dynamic braking, dynamic braking. Okay, or rheostatic braking.